Right, so today we've got the Drift Ghost XL. So we're going to have a look at unboxing it and some of the features. And this is going to be used on my bike as a forward-facing camera, so it's going to be facing me, so you'll be viewing me sitting on the bike. So here we go, here's the box. So what have we got? So it's videos HD 1080 by 30 frames per second. It's got dashcam mode, it's IPX7 waterproof, 8-hour battery life, 300-degree rotatable lens, clone mode, event detection, and it's Wi-Fi enabled. So let's have a look. So here it is, the Drift Ghost XL. So what we'll do first, let's just compare it to the others. So there's the XL, there's the Ghost X, and that's the 4K. Now the 4K looks a little bit different because I've got the extended battery on it. So the camera's a little bit bigger, not too much. So let's have a look on the top. So the buttons are slightly bigger, same buttons, same configuration. We've got the indicator light on all of them. We've got the display on the back. The XL has the Wi-Fi indicator light. And there it is on the X and on the 4K. I believe all the lens is the same. It's the same size, so it's 300-degree rotatable lens with a 140-degree curved lens filming, so you get quite a nice wide angle. Okay, let's move the 4K. So let's have a look. Right, on the X there was these two little rubber doors. That one was for the USB and the microphone to plug in, and that was for the memory card. Both were waterproof, and I haven't had a problem with my 4K with those. Right, on the new XL, it's now this long door. So we pull this little catch, and there we've got memory card and a USB port, and the door's got this rubber seal on the back. And the door secures quite nice. That feels quite nice, that does. So we've got a forward facing mic, comes with the standard drift mounts. Let's switch it on. There we go, camera is on. Now I set up these cameras, let me switch that off. In Motorweb we have our cameras set at one touch record, so we don't have to power the camera on to record. So in other words, instead of switching the camera on and then having to press record, we set ours up so we just press this button and then this turns red and starts recording instantly, so I'll show you. There you go, that's recording. Press it again, stops recording, and switches the camera off. So that's how we set ours up. So when it's on the helmet, it's a nice, quick, easy feature. Well, now this XL does not have a removable battery. The battery is built in, and this is a 3000 milliamp battery. And on the box, let's have a look. The box states 8-hour battery life. So last night I put this XL on recording, and I put a clock timer on my computer screen, and I videoed the computer screen, and I set that running from about 11 o'clock last night, and I left it running all through the night. So what I'll do is I'll put the footage up in the bottom corner of this video. I'll speed it up so it goes through it, and you can see how long this camera recorded for. And I worked out this camera recorded before the battery went flat was 8 hours and 37 minutes. So you'll see the time at the bottom as it's going. It also comes with dashcam loop mode, event detection. It's got a 12 megapixel photos you can take, built-in Wi-Fi. Now the sensor in this is the exact same sensor what's in the Ghost X, and that's the OV46894MP sensor. So the sensors are both the same. Now the weight is not far off these two cameras, although the camera's slightly bigger. The XL, that weighs 133 grams. Both the Ghost X and the 4K, they weigh 120 grams. So there's only 13 grams difference, and to be honest, you can't feel the difference. You wouldn't notice any difference with that on your helmet. Right, so let's just have a quick look what we get in the box. So we've got our usual instruction manual and some drift stickers. Now what I've found with these drifts is I don't need to read the instruction manual. What I do is I connect the camera to the drift light app on my phone, and to be honest with you, there's enough settings in there to know what you're doing. So we've got our USB lead. We've got our two mounts. So we've got a straight mount and we've got a curved mount for the helmet. So it comes with two of those. We've also got our mic lead and our mic lead connector for the USB. Right, and we also get this little disc. And the little disc is, if we start unscrewing this, that is where our microphone plugs in. And this is the nice feature with this XL microphone feature. It plugs in and then you screw the thread and it makes a watertight seal. So that is the IPX7 waterproof mic. And there we go. That's an absolutely brilliant feature. That would be nice on the 4K, that would. So at least then when the mic's in there, the mic can't come out. Where when you compare that to the 4K and the Ghost X, it's this USB connector. So that is quite easily to be able to pull the microphone out actually. And I've done that before. I've caught the cable on my shoulder and pulled the microphone out. But that's got a fantastic feature, that is. So that would be nice to see that on all future models. Right, what I will do now, that's it, that timer's still running down at the bottom, so you can see the proof. It recorded for 8 hours 37 minutes. I'm going to connect this to my phone and then I'll show you the settings we use as MotorRev. Right, so let's switch the camera on. So I'm not going to one touch record, I'm going to hold it down to switch it on and it will turn green. And then this button at the back, if I press and hold that, that enables the Wi-Fi. Right, so that's the Wi-Fi. Right, so on my phone, what I'll do is I'll actually, instead of showing you my phone on this camera, let me screen record it. Okay, here we go. Right, so on my phone, I go to settings, Wi-Fi. Obviously it's connected to my home, right, Ghost XL. Okay, we're connected to that. Now we will go to the Drift Light app and I'll just talk you through the settings we use when we make our videos. Right, connect to camera. There we go, so there's me, there's the camera above recording. Right, okay. So I'll tell you what, let's bring the box over. Let's have the camera sitting nicely there. Right, now on my phone, we click the cog at the top right. So we have our camera set at 1080, 30 frames per second. There we go, video frame rate, 30 frames per second. Auto download, I don't use. Photo resolution, 12 megapixels. Time-lapse resolution 12 megapixels, photos burst mode we don't really use, and dash cam I haven't used yet. Right, field of view, So you've got 90, 115, 140. We use 140 degrees. Exposure is set at 0 in the middle, standard. Self timer is off. Video bitrate we set at high. Video filter normal. I don't use vivid, I don't use low light. If I need to do any editing for colour or exposure, I do that in my post-production software. ISO is set to auto. Microphone sensitivity is set to 1. Speaker volume set to high. Status indicator LED switched on. Vibrate indication switched on. Default startup mode resume. Instant record is on, so that instant record there, that's when we press that once and it auto records. You don't need to pair the camera on. The camera on. Video elapse not used. Date stamp off. Camera off. THM files I don't use. Format SD card, and that's it. That's how we set. So the main thing we use is 1080p 30 frames, 140 degree lens, video bitrate high, video filter normal, ISO normal, microphone sensitivity 1, instant record on, and that's it. That's our settings. So as you can see, we move the camera in, we get the live view. That's the Drift Lite app, and that works also for the Ghost X and the Ghost 4K. Stop recording. So that's all that done. So this camera, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this camera onto my helmet, plug in the microphone, and let's see how it records my voice. I'd imagine the quality is going to be exactly the same as it is on the Ghost X and the 4K. So we'll do that in a bit. Also, I will get this camera mounted on the bike. We are actually going out for a ride sometime today, so we will see what this is like. Because if you remember, I had the Ghost 4K on my helmet. I had the GoPro Session sat on the screen of my bike with it facing me. But obviously the battery life on the GoPro, it's just ridiculous. 20 minutes, and obviously I had the Session 4, so you can't put an external power supply into it without the door staying open, so you couldn't do it because the camera would get wet. So that camera has now been made redundant. It is no longer going to be required. So this baby is going to be sitting on my bike, and this is what's going to be filming me. And I can leave that, from my test I've just proved, I can leave that recording me for 8 hours 37 minutes, which I don't think I'm ever going to ride the bike for an 8-hour stretch in one go. So that is all that is needed. Switch the camera off. That is done. So that's the Ghost XL. So let's have a look now at the audio footage on my helmet. I'm going to have a look at what it's like on the bike. So there we go. There is the Ghost XL on the helmet. So we're testing out the microphone on this. There we go. If you can see it, just so I'm not trying to use another camera on there. So this is the audio recorded through my microphone in my helmet. This is the standard Drift microphone. Alright mate. So this is the microphone I use for the Ghost X, the 4K and the XL, so it's no special microphone. And we're just testing the audio. Obviously this is my box of all my goodies and electrics, what is required to make a YouTube video on a motorbike. So the audio, I would imagine, is exactly the same as what it is on my other cameras. And the only thing I will do on this, what you're listening to now, I won't change or affect the audio or the quality of my voice. The only thing I will do is slightly bring down the bass, because my voice is very, very deep and it can distort a bit. So I'll just bring down the bass slightly, but my voice will be exactly the same as it is of what it is on our videos. So this is the microphone of the Drift Ghost XL. So let's try. When it brightens up a bit, it's supposed to brighten up in the next hour. We'll get the bike out and we'll get the XL mounted on the bike and we'll see what it's like on the road. Yeah. Right then. So we're off on a little ride, me and the goose. And we have
a new member of the family. So the GoPro Hero, unfortunately GoPro, it was time for you to go. With your 20-minute battery, it was not good enough. So we have now the Drift Ghost XL is now taking prime position. There she is. All looking good. Yep, she's a recording. Right. I suppose we'd better go and meet the Gooster. So there she is. She's sitting lower down than the GoPro, so the aerodynamics are a lot better. And obviously I can get a good 8 to 9 hours out of that, instead of 20 minutes from the GoPro and constantly having to plug in a power bank. So let's go and try her out.
How to order at AliExpress. Ordering on AliExpress is a straightforward process. So let's get straight into the video. Open your AliExpress application. Also make sure that you're logged into your account. From the main homepage of AliExpress, you can search for the product with the help of the search box at the top. You can also browse through the product's categories displayed on the screen. Now, scroll through the products and find the one that you'd like to purchase. Tap on the product to purchase it, and then this will show you other information about the product. You can select the size, colors, and the design. To order the product right away, tap on the Buy Now button at the bottom right-hand corner. Select the size for your product, and then you can also increase or decrease the quantity according to your need. Finally, tap the Continue button at the bottom, and then on the next page, fill in your shipping address and other information. On this page, it'll show you the order details and the summary for the product. You can enter a promo code if available, and you'll also need to enter your payment details. Tap on Select Payment Method from the option and choose your desired payments method. You can select PayPal, add a new credit or debit card, select Apple Pay for your purchase, or simply pay for the product after delivery. Select one of the options as a payment method. In my case, I'm going to choose the Add a New Card option. Go ahead and pick one of the options. You can then scan your card with the help of the scanner button, or manually enter your card number in the text box. Enter your card details, your name, your card's expiry date, and the CVV code for the card. If you want to save this card detail, you can toggle on the button where it says Save Card Details, and finally tap on Save and Confirm at the bottom. After you do that, you'll be able to place order and finalize your product. After successfully placing your order, you'll receive an order confirmation with a tracking number you can use the number to track the status of your shipment, depending upon the shipping method and your location. All you need to do now is to wait for the order to be delivered. So that is how you can easily place an order on AliExpress. If you found the video to be helpful, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel by hitting the subscribe button. Also press the bell icon so that you'll never miss another upcoming upload from us. I'll see you again in the next episode. Goodbye till then.